Good morning. How are you doing? It's Crystal from Angels and Beyond. Okay, so I'm getting this message because I was setting myself up to do a video, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do 2 videos. First is for the star seeds, which is this video, and then the second video is going to be love. But anywho, I was setting up, and I'm just, asking, what do we need to know? Because tomorrow is August 1st. It's the first of 2 super full moons, one on the 1st and one on the 30th, I believe. And the first one is in the sign of Aquarius. And then I was like, what does that mean in the sign of Aquarius? And then I was also just getting expect the unexpected. Some things are coming full circle. New innovation, new ideas. A little out of the box possibly, but things that, in this system, the things that were working, their cycles have completed. So now we need to start, something new has to come in, right? The old has to, everything moves in cycles. Okay. Everything is cyclical. So all of these old ways of being, these old ways of doing these things, that it's been reaching its end point. And we're now needing to welcome in something new. And as we've let go and surrendered, and there's been a lot of chaos and possibly destruction, it's just really necessary for us to just be open. And also maybe at this time, it's really like you're harnessing your own gifts, your own intuitive abilities, your own abilities, working on the skills, or maybe showcasing the skills that you have been harnessing for the last however many years. But it's, yeah. All right. Let's see. So what else do we need to know, Spirit? Out of the box thinking. That's out of the box thinking. That's what I'm hearing. All right. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. The courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. Let yourself be seen. Oh my gosh. I want to read, I think I want to read from the book for the first one. But any other messages, Spirit? Okay. Oh, okay. I would have preferred it not be on the floor, but okay. Earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother. Slow down time in nature. Okay. Also getting maybe been on technology too long, we need to maybe cut back a little bit. And I'm super fucking guilty about that too. Technology, television, watching stuff. It's time to get in nature. Get your hands dirty. If you have a garden, maybe tend to your garden, maybe do some weeding. And even the act of doing some weeding is 444 on the time. It's like you're removing the things in your life that no longer are in alignment. This is not, this is not meant for you anymore. So it's time to pluck those things from your life. So even if you aren't actually removing a situation from your life, the act of just weeding your garden could be symbolic and could also, it could represent more than just the garden itself. It's in your life as well. You're removing those things that need to be removed. Okay. To the book. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will. Oh, but I also just, oops. Okay, stop. Relax. Oops. Excuse me. When we rely only on our own will, we're micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow of life. We're not trusting the mysterious breath of life. We're rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying on our own personal strength. When we do this, we find ourselves attempting to bend things to our will. We spend our time forcing, pushing, and living from a space of trying to. Everyone around us can feel it, and the universe can too. You're being called to stop micromanaging the universe and trust the breath of life, to surrender to the greater will that God has for you, to move from my will to thy will. When you surrender to the greater will of life, you begin dancing with the rest of your life. When you bow to the great mystery and say, please use me, please show me the way, little by little you find yourself living your most fulfilling, authentic life. When you surrender your personal will, when you relinquish control and release the way you think things should be, and surrender to the greater will, you find yourself being led. You begin breathing the breath of life. Okay, this has an activation and I'm feeling guided to read it. So, place your hands on your heart. And you can say or whisper the following. You can do it out loud or in your head. I'm willing to stop relying on my own strength and personal agenda, and instead surrender to the breath of life. Dear God, help me move from my will to thy will. Please lead me. Please show me the way. All right. So then we also get the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. So again, this whole conforming, being somebody you're not, trying to fit into the crowd and fit into society, that doesn't work anymore. We're shifting beyond that, because those are old ways of being, is trying to be like everybody else, when in all reality, you came to be your own freaking unique self. You are a unique imprint. You're a unique piece of the intricate puzzle of life. So if you are not being your true self, then it's never, you can't make yourself be something you're not. You're doing the puzzle and you're trying to fit the fucking piece together, or you're trying to fit those two pieces and they're not aligned, right? And sometimes you can kind of get it in there, but it doesn't really fit. And I feel like a lot of times in life, that's what happens, is we squish ourselves in there. We try to fit ourselves into something, into a space that maybe, we can kind of make do, and we kind of fit in, but we don't quite. But we were never meant to fit in there. You have your own unique patterns and your own unique stamp on life. and you're meant to click with the right people, and it's just going to fit. It's just going to fit. Ooh, okay. So, what other messages? Any last messages? Excuse me. Soul helper. All right. Oh, this one doesn't want me to keep it in the deck. Success and happiness are coming. Enjoy and celebrate life. All right, any other messages? Oh, yes. I also, okay, let's note on her head, okay? It's even so this is the same as every card. Anywho, there's peacock feathers. And to me, I relate peacock. Oh my God, why can I not speak? Woo. Okay, Spirit. Please help me deliver this message. All right. Peacock feathers are adorned on her head. And to me, when I see peacock feathers remind me of Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess Lakshmi. And she also represents fortune and abundance. So that might mean something to you. And now my voice wants to crack up. Okay, cool. So Lakshmi might be important to you. Peacock feathers might be important to you, or you might start seeing peacock feathers. And that's also just to confirm and to, confirm what you know, that success and happiness are coming. The next card, awaken the magic of your creativity. Immerse yourself in the world of feelings. I see fish on there, so I see the two fish together. There's obviously 3 fish on here, but I see the 2 that are just together. That also reminds me of Pisces. Have courage. Awaken the warrior of light within you. So it's time to shine. It's time to, again, and then it's also like, when I was talking about, because we have a full moon in Aquarius, right? Like you're tapping into something different. You have to think outside of the box. We know that the old things aren't working. So now it's time to get creative. And then maybe it's time to get creative with a different group of people. The puzzle, I also was talking about the puzzle piece. You're going to be finding the right space where you fit. You are going to fit. You are a masterpiece. Oh my God. Live playfully and with a light heart. Listen to the voice of your inner child. Now I'm starting to get this goofy sensation, this goofy feeling like, yes, let's play. Let's play. Get in the dirt. What are your kids, like, what did you do as a kid? Did you ever make mud pies or, I don't know, on the driveway? Or on the sidewalk, did you use sidewalk chalk? Did you blow bubbles? If you have children, I'm just getting this message. It's important to not get so caught up in like, oh my God, they're making a mess. Oh my gosh, like, why are you playing in the water? Like, it's so interesting because my kid's dad always, like, I don't know what it is. Like, he just doesn't like when they play in the water. And I don't fucking care. And so, like, it would just upset him. Like, no more water play, no more playing in the water, no more making mud, no, whatever. And I'm like, let these kids be now. Like, let these kids just freaking play and be. There's such thing as a shower. There's, you know, it might be a little frustrating at first, but like, what? They're fucking kids. Like, allow them to be. So anyways, don't listen to the naysayers that say, you know, you gotta, it's that like adult voice or that naggy voice that says you shouldn't be doing this. Like, what's wrong with you? You're just making a mess. Why are your hands dirty? Why is your clothes dirty? Why is there water everywhere? Like, do the things that you maybe got in shit for as a kid. I feel like it's like being a little bit rebellious too. Your inner child is trying to fucking rebel. Like, all those things that you were told, like, you shouldn't be doing these things, you shouldn't be, and you weren't allowed to, and you weren't allowed to experience and be tactile with it. You weren't allowed to get your hands dirty. You weren't allowed to explore. So now it's time to, as we're reparenting our inner child, it's time for us to actually do those things that we were told we shouldn't be doing. Because it was an inconvenience to them, because they didn't want to have to fucking clean up after you, or they didn't want to have to deal with the mess. And we have to give ourselves permission to get messy, to get dirty in life. Throw that old, those old thoughts away. Fucking toss them. Like, you are in charge. You may not have had those experiences as a child or as a teenager, but now it's time. As you know more, as you're evolving, as you're changing, you can see, okay, like, I need to fulfill these things within myself. Like, my parents, they're their own humans. They had their own traumas. They had their own ways of dealing with things. And I was also thinking about, like, generational shit is like, it is real. Like, generational trauma is passed from generation to generation, because our parents would have had parents that were only, like, I know my dad, he had parents that, like, his mom, she loved, but she wasn't affectionate. So in turn, my father, it was not affectionate with me. There was no real I love yous. There was no hugs. However, as I was like, no, I love, like, my kids, I tell them all the time how much I love them. Even my mom doesn't really say I love you very much. Like, so I don't know if it's because they both had big families and it was just like country living. So, I don't know, it is what it is. Like, sometimes our parents were raised in a certain way from their parents, and their parents were raised in a way from their parents, right? And so it does get passed on until you say stop. And it's so interesting because since I had kids, like, my dad is kind of a different person. The amount of affection and love that he shows my kids is unmatched. And, as much as, it would have been nice to experience those things for myself growing up, like, I also can remain in gratitude knowing that they're receiving the love that was broken, because I love my kids and I express, and I'm openly expressing, and I give them hugs and whatever. Like, they know that they are loved, and it's not like you have to guess. Like, I tell you, I express it outwardly. But just to see how my parents are different with my kids, and just to see how he's changed and shifted, it really is a blessing. It's not always, It sucks because you're like, what? But at the same time, I think I think it's kind of weird. I would think it's weird to really have a huggy relationship with my dad because that never happened in my life. So after 38 years, I'm like, oh my God, that's trauma, right? Yeah, a little bit. Anywho, I hope I'm gonna leave this reading here, and I hope you have a fantastic day, evening, or whatever time you're watching this. Remember to play. Remember to enjoy yourself. It's getting kind of heavy. It's getting kind of heavy. I don't know what that is. Allow yourself to be more lighthearted. Allow yourself to bring in some more joy and wonder and play and laughter. Oh, and I have my incense burning today. And the one that I decided to choose was frankincense and myrrh. So if that's significant to you, that's what I'm burning today is frankincense and myrrh. So may your energy be cleared and may you receive a multitude of blessings. All right. Many blessings. Until next time. Mwah!